Academy don't want to be in. That being said, though, I'm very confident that this is an organization, this is a squad that can always show us something crazy, and it is going to be a crazy game to witness. We're about to go straight into Overpass. Already in the pistol round, we're rushing through things, and Cacanito not quite rushing through the shots. 1-for-1 trades not bad, and Simple's holding the line along. Very calculated as he finds a triple to kick things off and tell Spirit Academy to sit down. Looking to find the fourth as well, but this has been a complete shutdown of Spirit Academy.
Alrighty. Yeah, really.
Might not consider is that Simple comes from like a very long background of having played in positions where like he's put into awkward spots, you know, like he's often like, I know there's like the whole meme about like Simple carrying the hell out of Navi for the longest time ever, but that also kind of very specifically trains him to be good in like the tier 2, tier 1.5 environment where things might not be as well rehearsed. So I think this is a very good spot for him to like show everyone that he's still made of what he was capable of in the past.
Someone in chat just pointed something out. Now I can't unsee it. Obviously, I don't think Simple's had his media day with BC.Game yet. Hasn't had his own pictures, and they said, "Why is he on Nexus body?" And I think it is. I think it's a Photoshop job, and he's on. It's his head on Nexus body, and now I can't unsee it. All right, round number 3. Yeah, me too. I live a constant battle against blackheads every day. Just hacking at them with tweezers. Won't go away. Robo's managed to cross. Simple. He's in a really powerful position here. As this smoke starts to fade, he's hoping that someone's there for the fight. Robo's already slipped through. Cacanito with a big entry, though.
I haven't really seen this position be overused yet. Like, I know that I haven't watched too many games of Overpass to begin with, but like until players start to develop the muscle memory again to check for these small things, you're going to see like a 3 to 4 month period where things like boosts and double boosts, whatever the hell the case may be, they're just going to work exceptional.
A retake util if it's needed. Into playground, Mosaic instantly extinguishes it, so it only takes 3 points of damage. Oh, Cypho, alright. Maybe we're in business here. Cacanito's getting super aggro again, though. I kind of like this.
It does come down to Cacanito being an issue here. Simple. Oh, laboring his spray. Tries to hold mouse 1 the whole way through. But he's quickly going to be punished. Cacanito still wanting to make this a decisive effort. That's a double. And now Nexus making himself known as well. Mokujin slips the net, comes around, and as he's circling the waters, Nexa quickly going to get on the defuse. I don't think Mokujin's going to be ready for the full stick, and BC.Game continue their lead. Nexa even adds a little bit of salt to the wounds. The Spirit Academy are left high and dry. Knows going to be that second prong and short. Simple trying to watch the angle, but knows that he's completely locked out until further notice. Prime Tap still in the waters. Wants to make sure that there's a fine line right through the middle of the bomb site, and they want to try to take that space back. Simple readied up on the boost. As they get ready, Simple already finds one, at least opens up an avenue into the bomb site, but I wouldn't hate it if they didn't commit to this cause. They've got a little bit more money in the tank, though. The rounds have been clean enough for that to not be a problem. Simple still waiting for the short beat, but Mokujin is just too fast on the trigger. Spirit Academy, a first.
I think
they're all huddled up around the back of the bomb site. This is going to be an all-out war as the T's struggle to get onto the site to get this bomb down. Flashes are going to at least allow for some space. Nade makes it a little bit harder. There's actually a second nade that can come in through as well. Andu trying to beat them to the punch. Nexus eventually going to fight one and put him down, but not fast enough as Prime Taps. And Spirit Academy don't even need to get the bomb down to secure the round win. Postured aggressively with the AWP, watching with a wide angle. And as they start scaling up, Simple knows that he doesn't really have too many resources to help him out. Cacanito goes for the wraparound, and now he's in pole position to try and defend this ace site from an arm's length. Needs to hit his shots, though. Oh!
Yeah. Of course he does. Why would you even question it? Let's go back in. Knows that there's going to be one walking up long. That gives him a second to entertain the fight elsewhere, but the timing's awkward. It's time to press up from toilets as well. Needs a second. Robo won't deliver. That's abs. Oh, God. Kujin almost ends up with 2. I think that would have really made this round happen without it. Andu's secondary sniper can't connect either. Simple trying to play whack-a-mole with the head poking over. Will eventually get there as he works his way a little further forward. Gets to see a little bit more than just the top of the scalp. Leaves it down to Soltfic. 1v3 for the clutch.
Big miss.
Hang on a minute. This is what I was talking about. These little moments from the coach that deliver on all fronts. Taps the bomb. Knows that Nexa's crossed to the corner. I'm surprised that he doesn't just commit to the gunfight there, but it's well played from Nexa. To have made it out of the Swiss stage, to have got to this point with the coach standing in, with the new addition. I think you can bow out here. Not happily, but some level of content. Prime taps, simple. Shutting this down. Tech9's not allowed anything. We saw it so many times earlier on. Static were quite constantly able to make those pistols work, but right. Mosaic. That's one here in the long tunnels. Simple's got to try and bail out Kakanito, and he won't. Misses the shot, so if he gets the timing right, they can make this work.
Oh, dude, Andu has to do so much here. The smoke obviously allows Spirit Academy to scale up, but then it also...
I love this.
Voids them of information. Sitting inside the smoke, thankfully for him, is able to find the healthier player, and Prime Taps being good on the flank puts the final player on Spirit Academy, the coach, in a very awkward spot. I didn't even notice that Mokujin was alive, actually. Doesn't have a whole lot of HP.
Yeah, Simple's got a nade as well, but he doesn't need it. Rattles off the shot with the AWP, gets it over the line, and what a great recovery after having the early man disadvantage, Simple being low.
Oh no, Kakanito doesn't even let them breathe for a second. The rounds just started. And for Spirit Academy, it might have already ended now. Boost to watch the crossover into short. Andu gets a freebie on Sypho. Kakanito still wants to get his hands wet. And it's over. It's a 10-2 start for BC.Game. Like, how do you even recover from that? It needs to be a flawless CT side, which frankly, I don't see Spirit Academy pulling up with how disjointed their T side has looked. What is that from Kakanito, dude? It is
when it comes to Mirage from Spirit Academy, so this gets tough. Big entry from Prime Taps as well.
Easy does it so far for BC.Game. Nexus sees a player with their back turned as well. The coach put 6 feet under. Sypho and Robo would now have to get a monstrous round that, frankly, they haven't even been able to service with guns.
Shot. Wow.
Looks a little flashier with the new ragdolls, I suppose.
Yeah.
Has already gone as far as they probably thought they could within the tournament. It was a really nice bonus to be able to get past the likes of Big, the likes of Tricked in this last week.
There's
not a lot of time.
Yeah, they do need to be careful with this. The pistols are stacked up on the site. Mazay's still popping heads as well. He's had a really quiet map, but he's also capable. Just not really shown it. Sypho, Sotfic delivering damage. Prime taps on the clock. Gives us a show, but can't quite finish. BC.Game somehow lose against the eco round. And, well, we'll prolong play here on Overpass.
I don't want to take...
Oh my god, Andu. Where does it come
That
from?
is a stupid amount of damage being done. A triple from Andu. He's responsible for the opener with a deagle. Then he walks into the A side, just waltzes in and finds 2 more heads. Where I think the microscope
was a few days ago, but other than that, they've looked rock solid. Ooh. Good kill, Sophic.
Ooh.
He's going to follow up as well.
Spirit Academy might have a little bit more life in them still remaining. But I like the fact that BC.Game don't commit to the cause on A. They instead try and navigate through CT, give themselves a little bit more breathing room before they commit to some kind of bomb plant. And Kakanito's trying to find multiple 1v1s. What are you going to expect in the corner of his screen? Mokujin is fumbling, but still manages to secure the...
There's a lot of weight behind this game in terms of just rankings and VRS points and whatnot. We're talking about Spirit Academy trying to just maintain their position. That's tough when you're playing against teams like BC.Game, who exceed their ranking in terms of their ability so much. BC.Game is set to get 35 points if they win this game. It's going to rocket them up 7 places. They'll go from 56th to 49th. And they might be able to get it done right here. I would want no other duo than Andu and Simple in a 2 versus 3 to try and recover this. The problem is they don't have the bomb. It has now been recovered. Andu seems to expect Cypho creeping up. Simple's found another, and yeah, they're doing it. They're doing it for us.
Both have found a kill apiece, and Robbo needs to do some very difficult lifting here. Simple up against him. Couple shots to the backpack, and it is all over already. 13-4. It might have been a very extended series in the previous game, but with games like this, we might just be put right back on schedule, Josh.
Yeah,
Mirage up
I
next.
I think so. I'm not going to go as far as to say Spirit Academy don't stand a chance on Mirage. They are also a good Mirage team. But bearing in mind, Overpass was their pick. It was one that they've been saying they've been sort of practicing and playing a little bit more recently as well.
If anything, on like an organizational level, I'm definitely more of a Spirit Academy fanboy myself. Always love to see the underdogs progress. Unfortunately, you're right. We have been managing expectations. And Maze, though, he's trying to defy them. 3v3. Possible to stop this onslaught.
You know, he had a pretty horrible start to the first map, and then he woke up massively towards the end, right? You remember that eco round that they won? He was able to smash 3 kills with the Deagle. Then a good start here as well. Does just...
Nex has been able to scale up Connector very quickly. I don't think he's going to be expected at all. In the meantime, though, Mokujin is already starting to make quick work of a player in Palace. There's 2 that they need to contend with, but Southfic has taken care of that second prong. Robo, not expected. Takes a sweet time, trains himself on the angle, but will eventually be taken apart by Kakanito. Now down to just 1 member, and I can't believe even with a couple of advantages there, Spirit Academy have come down to just 2. Here it is. Andu, no, gets it done with a Glock. And I thought Spirit Academy... BC.Game getting ready to enter the B bomb site. A very stacked one of that. 4v4 about to ensue here as Prime Tap starts to step in. Already a double found. Mokujin and Cypho, though, they're quickly being very problematic. Next to tucked into the corner is going to be able to find 1, maybe both. You got to contend with the short player first if you're Mokujin. Stuck on the reload, trying to swing out, but can't fight against 2 barrels. BC.Game are showing us a
Big kill robot.
We finally see Spirit Academy get a little activated, and job's not done yet. And spotted, Simple doesn't want to be distracted, and he makes the right call. Goes forward, finds Sofik. Now the hedges have been thinned a bit. Entry into the A side becomes a whole lot easier. Simple shakes his mouse towards the tail end of that shot, still able to find Robo on the second connection. And it's Maze left alone. Does Simple go forward to fight him? Guess not. The BC.Game, after that little speed bump, looking to just get back into winning ways. Simple trying to create some content for the highlight reel. Kakanita will be sweeping up the final kill. Oh, really good connection there. I saw Fick is going to slow down their progression, but there's still a lot more to do. Maze is continuing to provide the output, but it's Simple in a 1v3. That's the man you want, but not the man that will be allowed to transgress. Look at this from Spirit Academy. They go exploring, but no. Kakanita when prime taps, that's such a disaster if you're one of the Academy boys. Free A site. Not even much of an investment from BC.Game. Oh, dude, this is recoverable. This is suddenly swung back in their favor, but Simple is fighting tooth and nail to make sure that doesn't happen. Prime taps still contesting. And Sofik is way too far away to be relevant in this matter.
And there it is again.
Robo.
Oof.
1-for-1's not bad. But
Spins are
BC.Game's
coming in
positions
for a
are now fully exposed. It shouldn't be hard for Sofik to do something here. Does manage to get one, though. Kujin, it just keeps being the 1-for-1s, but finally the mold has been broken. It's Simple in a 1v2. Quickly try and commit to the bomb. Doesn't expect Maze to already.
Once again, and a good chance to swing this one their way. I feel like they really need to convert here. And Andu, once again, has found the entry with the Tech 9. Whiffs a little bit onto the short player, but the trade is there.
Simple up close. And yeah, Sofik's already booked out of this one. As that AWP, much more important in the subsequent round, so... Oh, it doesn't even get the luxury of saving that.
A way to go. They are just against the pistols here, though, so it should be 8 at least.
Okay. Nice shot by Robo, but the tripwire's already been set up by the Opera. That is Simple. You know, I'm not gonna lie, like, on the micro level, Simple is just looking so damn good. Like, all of his shots are looking incredibly crispy. The flick speed is unbelievable at the moment. Simple scaling up short. BC.Game wanting to fight in connector. Simple's there to serve as a guard as they start to scale up. Prime taps that second player to come into contention as well. This is a very lost Spirit Academy that is just being pummeled into the ground. Softfake can't even recede into passivity this time. Has to go for it. Final round of the first half. And I think this might be the most one-sided series we've seen so far in the... I feel like BC.Game are actually playing a really good team game, but every time they aren't, every time there's a mistake about to happen, Simple just plugs in that hole, no problem.
Yeah, he seems to. He's filling that role beautifully. Kakanito opening up again as Simple follows. They have lost control of this A side, so it is going to have to be a retake. Oh, big shot. Simple again, the man to trade, and that little 1-2 sucker punch.
Spirit Academy trying to force their way into the B bomb site. There's two players waiting for them. And they've barely even made it out of the apartment. They're already losing bodies, losing blood. Prime taps on the defense with his MP9. And although Robo might be able to get a bit of a highlight out of this, closing it out will be a very difficult exercise. Didn't quite have the Deagle out to react, and BC.Game.
Ooh.
Oh, Kakanito.
Wow.
Can't.
Ooh. You know, we were teeing up this TNL Fnatic finals, but I don't know anymore. I actually think we might see BC.Game there.
Oh?
Ooh. A little bit more Mosaic magic. Maybe we're still going here.
We are, but that's what happened in Overpass as well, right? We started to see a little bit more.
Put up some numbers as well so that your rating doesn't take such a hit. I think that's always a positive. And then, you know, if you can do that a few times, close it up, maybe we see 12-8, 12-9, then you can start having a conversation about maybe bringing it back. But for now, it's maybe where the line is drawn in the sand again. 12-4 is about to become 13, I believe, as Kakanito is still doing all the lifting. He's found himself another 2K. He wants to be above the 4KD for us. That's his benchmark. That's what he's looking for.
Can't believe after making it all the way through to the quarterfinals, this is the performance we end up seeing from Spirit Academy. Like, I know they've had their issues with fielding the full lineup, but still, that is the lineup that they ended up making it to the quarterfinals with, right? So, kind of disappointed to see what we just witnessed. A BC.Game, their ranking has obviously not been done justice. They are far and beyond the better team here. 2-0 for BC.Game, 8 rounds gained by Spirit Academy across 2 whole maps. An abysmal showing, which will rightfully mean that they have been knocked out of the tournament. Now, BC.Game, as they progress forward into the semifinals.